Welcome to the exciting world of space. In this video, we will present you the top 50 most amazing and little-known facts about the universe. Get ready for amazing discoveries, riddles, and mysteries that even the most experienced astronomers don't always know. Ready to take off on a space adventure with us? Then let's get started. We live in space, so we must explore it. It is so huge that it contains trillions of stars, as well as countless galaxies and planets. However, this is only the visible universe. Scientists agree that there is much more to exploring the unknown universe than we can imagine. And in this article, we will look at the top 50 most interesting, yet little-known facts about space. Before we begin, I want to remind you that if you like articles like this one, then be sure to click on the like and subscribe to the channel. 1. Space originates at a certain height above our planet. The boundary between Earth's atmosphere and space is called the Kármán line. It is 100 kilometers above sea level. 2. The largest object in space with a crew on board is the International Space Station. 3. Space is actually a void that contains very little matter. 4. Spacecraft have visited all the planets in the solar system. 5. The universe is 13.8 billion years old. It has been expanding since its inception as a result of the Big Bang. 6. There are nearly 2 trillion galaxies in the visible or known universe. 7. There are 100 to 400 billion stars in the Milky Way galaxy. 8. There is no sound in space because molecules are so far apart that they cannot transmit sound. However, it is not silent either. You can send and receive radio waves in space. 9. The cosmic space between galaxies is not empty. On average, there is 1 atom per cubic meter. 10. A volcano on Mars is 3 times taller than Everest. Olympus is a volcano on Mars that is 600 kilometers wide and 21 high. It is the highest mountain of any planet in the solar system. The central peak of the asteroid Vesta, Rhesoldia, height 22 kilometers, is 1 kilometer higher than Mount Olympus. The base of Mount Olympus is the size of Arizona. 11. The Sun accounts for 99.86% of the mass of the entire solar system. The Sun has 330,000 times the mass of the Earth. 12. The dwarf planet Ceres is considered the largest asteroid. It is located in the asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter. It was discovered by Italian astronomer Giuseppe Piazzi in 1801. It is 965 kilometers wide, however, is the smallest dwarf planet in the solar system. 13. Did you know that there is a huge cloud of water vapor in space? It contains 140 trillion times more water than all of Earth's oceans. It is about 10 billion light-years away. 14. If 2 pieces of the same metal or material collide with each other in space, they are permanently joined. This is called cold welding, with the atoms of the 2 pieces having no idea that they are separated. This phenomenon cannot be observed on Earth because water and air are present between the pieces. 15. The Milky Way and Andromeda galaxies will collide in the next 3.75 billion years. The Andromeda galaxy is approaching our galaxy at a speed of 110 kilometers per second. 16. There is a planet called 55 Cancri. It has twice the radius of Earth and 8 times the mass. According to research conducted by Yale University, the surface of this planet is made up of diamond and graphite. It is 40 light-years away from Earth, but is visible to the naked eye. It is located in the constellation of Cancer. 17. NASA's spacesuit costs $12 million. 70% of the cost is for the control module and backup. 18. The densest and smallest beginnings in the known universe are neutron stars. They have a radius of about 10 kilometers, but their mass is several times that of the Sun. They rotate up to 60 times per second after birth. Then the rotation rate increases to between 600 and 712 times per second. They are born from the explosion of the core of a supernova star. 19. Buzz Lightyear from Toy Story spent 15 months on the International Space Station. He returned to Earth on September 11, 2009. 20. Halley's Comet will pass by Earth again on July 26, 2061. The comet was discovered by Edmund Halley in 1705. It was last seen on February 9, 1986. 21. There are 5 recognized dwarf planets in our solar system. They are Ceres, Pluto, Eridus, Makemake, and Haumea. 22. The Chinese spotted Halley's Comet as early as 240 BC. Beginning in 164 BC, they celebrated each of its appearances. 23. The central part of a comet is called the nucleus, and the streams of dust seen behind it are called the tail. 24. There are 88 recognized star constellations in our sky. 25. Moonlight takes only 1.3 seconds to reach Earth. The distance between the Earth and the Moon is 384,400 kilometers. 26. Conventional pens work on the principle of gravity. The ink flows out due to gravity. Since there is no gravity in space, pens do not write there. 27. Jupiter's gravitational force is so strong that it attracts a large percentage of asteroids, comets, and other space objects. 28. The red spot on Jupiter is 3 times larger than on Earth, but it is shrinking as you read these facts. 29. A red dwarf is a star that is smaller and cooler than other stars. It is a late stage of its life. The surface temperature of a red dwarf is about 7,200 Kelvin. They can burn continuously for 10 trillion years. 30. The Milky Way galaxy is known as the Silver River in China. In Japan and Korea, the Silver River is generally referred to simply as galaxies. 31. Gennady Padalka has spent more time in space than any other person. He was a cosmonaut for the Russian Federal Space Agency. He spent 879 days in space. He worked on both the International Space Station and Mir. 32. Everyone has heard of NASA, but do you know what the name NASA means? It stands for National Aeronautics and Space Administration. It was created in 1958 by the federal government of the United States. 33. The word astronaut comes from 2 Greek words, astron, star, and nauts, sailor. Thus, an astronaut is a star sailor. 34. The first mammal to be sent into space was Laika, a stray dog. This happened on November 3, 1957. Unfortunately, she died 5 to 7 hours after the flight began due to stress and overheating. 35. The Earth is 81 times heavier than the Moon. 36. Due to the lack of gravity, astronauts cannot burp in space. This is because the air cannot separate from the food and travel upward. 37. The only planet that can float on the surface of water is Saturn. It is also the lightest planet. It can float on the surface of water because it is made up of gas, mostly. 38. Mercury is still shrinking even 4.5 billion years after the solar system formed. 39. Comets are remnants of matter after the formation of the solar system. They are made up of carbon dioxide, ice, and sand. 40. Chimpanzees, dogs, guinea pigs, and monkeys have flown into space. 41. The Earth's axis changes over time. This phenomenon is called precession. The change in the axis is very slow and gradual. Because of precession, in about 13,000 years, Polarissima will no longer be our polar star. It will be replaced by Vega. One precession cycle takes 26,000 years. 42. Japetus, one of Saturn's satellites, is bicolored. One side of the satellite is darker than the other. This phenomenon is not observed on any other satellite in the solar system. The reason for this two-color coloring is that Japet is far outside of Saturn's rings and is therefore attacked by space debris. It is the collisions that create the dark areas on Japet. 43. The Earth receives more energy from the Sun in an hour than it uses in an entire year. 44. The Moon has no atmosphere, wind, or water to erase astronaut footprints, spaceship prints, and lunar vehicles. They would last for millions of years. However, micrometeorites continue to bombard the Moon's surface, which will eventually lead to erosion. But the rate of erosion is very slow. 45. If you are on the equator of Mars, the temperature at your feet will be warm and the temperature at your head will be cold. 46. If you combine all the known asteroids in the solar system, their total mass would be less than 10% of the mass of the Moon. 47. The Morena Valleys is the largest canyon system in the solar system. It is about 4,000 kilometers long. It is 9 times longer and 4 times deeper than the Grand Canyon. 48. Io, one of Jupiter's satellites, is the most volcanically active celestial body in the entire solar system. Its bloated yellowish surface resembles a pepperoni pizza. 49. The craters at the Moon's south pole may be the coldest areas of the solar system. Daytime temperatures do not rise above -238 degrees Celsius. 50. The center of the Milky Way galaxy smells like rum and tastes like raspberries. How do we know this? This information was discovered by the IRIM radio telescope when it focused on a gas cloud called Sagittarius B2. IRAM detected ethyl formate, which gives rum its characteristic smell and raspberries their flavor. Thanks for joining our exciting space journey and learning 50 amazing facts about the universe. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn even more interesting facts about space, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and put a like under this video. Your support is important to us and will help us create even more fascinating content about space. Thank you for watching and see you soon.